on. Good to have you back, buddy.
Thank you very much.
This is really fun because you've taken what is typically a pain in the, well, back, let's put it that way, and you made it really easy.
I really did. And, you know, in my household, this is one thing that we can't ever find. You know, I don't know about yours, but really this is the antiquated way of doing it now. You know, we've been using this device for who knows how long. It was about time that we came up with a new way, and this is it. It's the Westinghouse dustbin. It's wonderful. It actually takes all of your dirt and debris, pulls it up inside with a 600-watt vacuum, and makes you put that away
Toss
forever.
those out.
That's right.
All right, how does it work?
It's very simple. It actually has two settings, a manual and an automatic setting. Right now I have this one in front of me on an automatic setting, and I'll show you, it actually has an electric eye in the front of it. And all you have to do is get your dirt and debris and sweep it right underneath the unit, and on goes that 600-watt vacuum, and up goes your dirt. And then right on the front here, we've got our dustbin. Now the dustbin, you just pull it out like this, remove the top, and the whole door does come off so that you can take it to your trash can. Inside will be all that dust and debris that you just vacuumed up. That's what you'll find there, as well as your first stage of a two-stage filter system included with this. Both of them are washable. You can take this filter right here, just bang it out on the side of your trash can, and then put it back in. If it does get really dirty, you can take it and wash it in your sink, and then you just pop it right back into the sweepies. Oh, wait a minute, I forgot my top. I got to put the top on. And it actually will not operate without the top. You must have that on. It's a safety feature so that we don't have all the dirt and grime flying around inside, and that houses it. Has a small window on the front, shows you when it's full so that you know when to empty it. Around here on the side, here's the second stage of that two-stage filtration system. This is your microfilter. This will get out all of the dust and small particulates that you would always need to filter out when you're vacuuming. And then up top here, you have your knob, which switches it from the off position to manual over here, and when you're on the manual setting, around on the front of the unit, down here on the bottom, you actually have this gray button, and you just would hit that gray button, or you can take that knob on the side and twist it all the way around to the automatic setting, which is what I was using, and the little electric eye underneath will sense when you put something under there, and it will turn itself on.
It's awesome. Now, how many of us have the old dustpans, and we have to bend over, and we're trying to, you know, it's so awkward, too, because you've got the dustpan in one hand, but the long, tall broom in the other. And you're trying to get it into the dustpan, and it just doesn't work very good. Westinghouse really thought of a very clever way to update that, so we end that kind of hassle. And there might be somebody on your Christmas gift list that you're really thinking about. Maybe they just don't bend over so easy anymore. Maybe they're not as physical as they used to be. This would be really a very sensitive gift to give someone.
Absolutely. I know that, you know, there are a lot of people that have trouble bending over. I mean, me, I was a stay-at-home dad for a year and a half, and I learned how to sweep with one hand with the baby on the hip, but when it came to trying to pick both of these up, forget it. You know, it just didn't work. Well, this avoids stooping under a lot of different conditions. It's very comfortable to stand up and sweep. It, you know, it's very easy to pull that dirt and debris right into the front of the sweepies.
Now, is this one automatic, too?
It is,
So I can just have at it?
Yes, and you can just
All right, now, how often do you have to change out do you have to throw the stuff away? Like, how often do you have to get in there and get rid of that?
Well, actually, I had mine in my kitchen for almost a month, and it was still not full. That dustbin really does hold quite a bit.
Okay.
And if you're having trouble getting stuff in, you just take your broom like this and just give it a push from the front.
I gotcha.
Like that. And that's kind of the secret.
It goes right up there.
It's right underneath there.
All right. Oh, there we go. Now I got it. Okay. That's really cool.
Exactly.
Also, too, you know, have you got people who are really hard to buy for? You ever have the person who're like, they don't need anything. They don't need anything. Believe me, they don't have this.
It's really a great solution. I don't know about you, Suzanne. Do you have cats at all? Do you have animals?
No, just dogs. And he's a hairy dog.
Is he?
Yeah.
Well, I have two cats.
Okay.
And we have the dustpan in the upstairs bathroom, and this is always a problem right here. Is the cat litter, because it doesn't matter what kind of fancy schmancy dustpan you get. For some reason, the cats always track it outside the dustpan. You can't ever seem to keep that litter inside.
Right.
Well, the Sweepies makes it all so simple. Every single day, we just go up, we grab a broom, we sweep it right into the Sweepies. That bathroom is always clean. We never have any litter all over the floor.
You know what I'm noticing, too? When you're using a dustpan, you can typically get the bigger stuff, and you get that pretty much on a couple of sweeps, but you can't get the really fine stuff. It gets stuck on the edge of the dustpan, right?
That's right.
Well, what I noticed with this even gets the really fine little, like, sand particles even.
Oh, yeah.
That's surprising, because you don't have to get on the floor with a wet cloth and try to pick them up by hand.
That's right. That's right. And the great thing about this is not only does it eliminate that line across the floor that you can't get rid of with your dustpan, which you were talking
You
about.
just keep scooting it around.
You take your dustpan here and you try and sweep up into it, and what happens? When you do this, you eventually end up with a line right across the front, and then okay, maybe nobody will notice. Is that really getting your house clean?
Spread it out.
That's right. You just kind of spread the dirt out. Okay, now I can't see it anymore, so it must not be there. But it is, and so what we do with this is we negate the need for any of that. It really does a great job just sucking up all that dirt. And as you can see, right there is everything.
You know where else would be good if you had a workshop and your husband does a lot of woodworking, and
yeah.
he's notorious for not sweeping up, and why? And I'm being rotten because I'm sure your guy is really productive when he's working around the house. But okay, let me talk about my own husband. He would try to clean it up, but it would be pathetic. And he wouldn't be thorough enough for me. And so this would be terrific for if someone had a wood shop or they do a lot of work out in the garage. And I think this would be just perfect for that.
Oh, absolutely. I do a lot of work in the garage, Suzanne, and that sawdust, I mean, it's just fantastic for that. It makes it so easy. It really does inspire you to, instead of wandering around trying to find the dustpan, to actually get that stuff cleaned up right there on the spot so you don't have to worry about it anymore. And with a unit like this, it makes it so easy.
Okay, ladies, so if you're shopping, here's the caveats. Number one, a hard to buy for guy in your life. Maybe it's your dad, maybe it's your husband, maybe it's your brother, maybe he does a lot around the garage, a lot around the house, and you're like, what should I get the guy? This will make your life, even if you're a good little sweeper in your own kitchen, he pretty much stinks out in the garage. This would be awesome because really most guys, I think, could at least do this. They could get it and they could get it up to the actual machine to let it pick it up because they probably won't do that.
That's right. And it does have a lot of muscle. And I actually have a small demonstration here to show you.
Okay.
Oh, we just hit the manual button. I had it on manual. We punched the button. On came the unit. And don't blink because this is 25 feet of ribbon. And it's going.
Oh, my God.
Just that fast.
Wow.
And I actually tethered it to the front of the table so you could see it so you wouldn't lose it. There it goes.
You know what's really handy too? You ever run around trying to get dust bunnies? Or like my dog Homer sheds like crazy. So we have a lot of hair around the house. Do you know when you start to sweep it, it starts just flying around everywhere. And then you try to get the dustpan out and you're trying to do it doesn't work. How wonderful would this be that all of a sudden you just take that little hair up there, boom, the dust bunny gets sucked up inside there and you're done.
That's right. It's just that simple. And I'm speaking from experience. I've got I had to bring pictures of my kids in. It's Thanksgiving.
Cats,
they're missing
dogs,
Daddy today.
kids.
Here, I'll give a quick picture.
What are their names, real quick?
You actually have an Ethan. This is my Ethan right here. That's Ethan,
so sweet.
and this is Aiden and Pete and Tia and Bear, and they are the masters of disaster in my house. Let me tell you, if there's a mess to be made, they can find it.
All right, Corey. Well,
and this
thank you
really
so
solves
much
my
for joining us.